Hello, welcome to my channel, Sirius About Stars. My name is Jay. This video here is actually going to be a bit more of an astrology video instead of a reading. So we are going to be talking about Pluto leaving Aquarius and entering Pisces. Now, Pluto will actually later into the year retrograde back into Aquarius and then come back into Pisces, but this is the beginning. This is the beginning. In some kind of a way, it might be sort of like starting a new book, starting a new story, leaving the old story behind. Like your life story is about to change. And it's this story that has been going on probably roughly 30 years, just because, well, Pluto is more like, I don't really know, 26 to 30 or something years in each sign, but other than that, we also have had Saturn, which takes about 29 years to circle all the way around the zodiac. And at this same kind of general time, Saturn is also entering Pisces. So yeah, that's really fascinating. Both of these huge, just long-term cycles ending at the same time. So life is just about to change. There's no way around that. And it's actually a very, very beautiful thing. It's a very, very beautiful thing. What have you released lately? Or what are you still releasing? And what are you about to receive? It's kind of like whatever it is that you're about to receive, it's like you don't have any context with it. No context with it, because Pluto entering Aquarius. Did I say Pluto is leaving? I said something was leaving. Okay, so I think I might have got my planets mixed up for a second. Okay, well, just little Saturn is leaving Aquarius, entering Pisces. Pluto is leaving Capricorn, entering Aquarius. Just in case I mixed that up a little bit earlier. I don't know if I did or not, but we're really talking about Pluto here. I might have started talking about Saturn. We're talking about Pluto. Pluto entering Aquarius, leaving Capricorn. So the thing is, Pluto takes 248 years to circle all the way back around to the same spot in the sky, travel all the way around the zodiac, all the way around the solar system, right? So with that said, no one here has ever lived through a transit of Pluto in Aquarius, at least not in this incarnation, okay? So that's why I say, whatever is happening new in your life, whatever is about to happen, you don't have any context with it. And that's such a beautiful and freeing thing. It's like, it feels freeing, and I'm just kind of intuitively picking up on that right now, and I don't know exactly how or why, but there's some kind of a being set free, from what you're leaving behind the past, free from the past. Like there's just this whole new beginning and this transformation that is being wrapped up, that is being closed. There's this huge transformation that you have been in lately, especially along this 29th degree of Capricorn. Whenever a planet is at the 29th degree, that is considered the anoretic degree in astrology, and that's just this very potent energy where something is like kind of like it's outgrown its clothes. It's almost like it feels out of place, and it's very, very strong. It's very potent. It's kind of like the energy of like the mad scientist in a way, like that very thin line between genius and insanity. And whenever somebody, and then there are people who will have a planet at 29 degrees in their chart, and you may notice that in your life sometimes if you happen to have that degree. And one little thing I'd like to say here for anyone who has that degree of 29 degrees of any planet. Check out your chart, see if you have that anywhere. But also at this time, if you are watching this video as it's coming out fresh, we currently have Pluto at 29 degrees in Capricorn. So what that means is there might be this kind of hyper focus on something, on some kind of an angle or aspect of what is going on, but it might not be exactly where you are, and that idea of where you are might be really difficult to pinpoint right now. There might kind of be this lack of grounding. Something may feel off balance, like something has outgrown itself, overgrown, and it's kind of like the path feels very, very narrow and difficult to maneuver. And there might become this focus on something else, which was one of these things to kind of like slow down, because there is a bit of like a static kind of almost like anxiety about that 29th degree. But slow down, maybe sit down and consider like all directions, like consider all possibilities, consider where you have been, where you were, consider where you are going. Look to both sides as well. What is beside you? Who is beside you? Consider options, like think about a lot of different options. Or not, almost like not options, but more so possibilities, like different things. Consider different things in this scenario, not just this maybe thing that you may be hyper focused on at this time. And with that 29th degree, that is just kind of a little bit of a helpful way to almost overcome that, whether it's kind of like coming through as an obsession or even distraction. It can be like a distraction, being distracted, being obsessed with one thing and distracted from another. But kind of like slowing down and looking and seeing all directions, like up and down, just considering all the angles of something, considering all the angles, because it's not necessarily about that angle out there or where you're going. It's about where you are, and looking at these different things kind of helps you understand where you are and feel safe where you are, feel balanced where you are, not feel like outgrown or out of place where you are, because you finally start to understand where you are, get to feel grounded in it, understand it. So yeah, that was just kind of the only little thing I wanted to say about that. Now, we don't really have this energy going on for that much longer, just because on the 20th of March, so on the spring equinox, when the sun enters Aries, we will have Pluto entering Aquarius. I think it's like a day later, looking down at my notes here for a second. I don't think it's the same day. I think it's a day or two later. But it will cross over that 30 degree mark and enter Aquarius. So very, very exciting. One little thing I would like to say about this too is I did mention that later in the year here, Pluto will retrograde back into Capricorn and then go back into Aquarius. So what's going on here? And we really don't need to get ahead of ourselves too much. You know, really, I feel like that is something that could be going on, is thinking a lot about the future, where you're going, what's going to happen. It doesn't really matter, but just a little intuitive thing about this is like kind of opening a new book, starting this new story, right? And it's kind of like at some point this year, don't feel bad or guilty or bummed really if you have to kind of set that down and deal with something else or tend to something else. You'll come back to it. You will come back to it. But I want to put that out there, because it's like you feel really good about this, you get excited about this, things are going great, and then it's kind of like having to it's not even like taking steps back, it's just having to, something else needs your attention for a little while. So if that happens, don't feel bad about it. It's okay. You will come back to it. This new story that you're excited about, you will come back to it. But don't worry about that now, because this is the beginning. This is planting the seed. This is the beginning, and enjoy it. Be in this present moment. Really, really be in this present moment. especially as we are at this time this week here, before the spring equinox, before the sun enters Aries, before Pluto enters Aquarius. There is this massive like closure of cycles. So be optimistic, be present, be excited, be everything that you want to be in the future. Start that now. Start that now. When we manifest the reality that we desire, we have to bring a little bit of that into this present moment. We do. We have to align with it. We have to get into the energy of it. Yeah, so just gonna look down at my notes, see what else I want to share with you. Yeah, attune your eyes to that now, open your heart. Yeah, a little bit more about that kind of energy we were just kind of talking about, but it's kind of like attune your eyes to it, see it, perceive those blessings that you want, not just tomorrow but today. It's kind of one of those things. Two different people can be looking at the exact same thing and see completely different things, completely different colors even. I kind of feel that coming through. And also, you know, when you talk about like someone's like true colors or somebody's colors, like true colors, like, you know, what they kind of give off to you, you know, what kind of energy they give off. It's kind of like two different people can observe the same other person, and one person sees blue and another sees red. So knowing that, know that your opinion, what you tell yourself, what you think, what you feel is so very important to that very next moment. That very next moment. Everything is a series of moments and seconds, right? So it's kind of like that. Know that this is what you think. Especially when something feels like frustrating or negative in some kind of way, understand that this is a perception. This is your perception. And you can, I was gonna say, control your perception. But it's like how you attune your eyes. It is not so much about controlling your perception as much as it is considering another. A perception, a way that you're looking at something is looking directly this way, but I can turn my head and look directly that way too. I can look at another aspect of it. I can just look a different way. It's not changing that thing. It's not controlling that thing, but it's choosing to see another angle. Yeah, I really do feel something here about the different angles. Consider another angle. There's like an angle that like is just like all there is, but there are other ways to look at this, other positive ways to look at this. Whatever it is for you, it's going to be different for different people. I'm just reading through my notes here. Yeah, okay, well, you know what? I think that was everything I wanted to share with you. You know, kind of last little thing we'll kind of start to talk about is whatever like chapter you're entering, whatever new story you are living out and sharing, not just living, but story that you are living, like you are a live character in this story. It's also the story that you'll start to tell in the years to come, because that life story is changing here, and it's exciting. It's like a next level. It is an upgrade, and whatever it is, it's going to be going on for maybe about the next 3 decades. So next like 30 years. It's kind of one of those things, if you think about it, in a person's like lifetime, you only live through like 3 different transits of Pluto. Like I don't know if it would be considered transits, but like 3 different signs. Pluto is only in 3 different signs on average in a person's lifetime, because it takes about, I mean, I think it's about 30 years. I could be wrong, but it's not, it doesn't go all the way around the zodiac. Like there are only a few signs that Pluto is ever in a lifetime. I don't know, maybe like 2 or 3. I don't know if there's 4. I might be off on my years. I want to say it takes about 30 years for Pluto on average to go through like one sign. Anyway, yeah, so that's exciting. It's just like a whole new like chapter, like closing out so much. Like it's like at this time you don't even know how much you are closing out, but so much, releasing so much, get excited for what is starting for you, what is beginning for you, because I don't know, I think it's going to be amazing. And the thing is, it is going to be whatever you think it is. So think about it the way that you want it to be. Manifest that. Okay. All right. Well, I think we'll go ahead and close the video here. So thank you for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, found it insightful or helpful in any way, shape or form. Have a beautiful day. Have a blessed day. So much love to you. See ya. Bye.